What's the dumbest idea someone thought was genuinely great? I was chilling at lunch with my friends when David came up to our table with the biggest grin on his face. This kid looked like he just discovered fire or something. He sits down, slams his hands on the table, and announces that he has the best idea for how we could all make money. We're all ears because we're broke high schoolers who can barely afford gas station snacks. David leans in like he's about to reveal the cure for poverty and goes, "We start a restaurant." My friend Jake blinks. "A restaurant?" David nods, dead serious. "Out of my locker." The table goes silent. Someone's chewing stops mid-bite. I say, "Your locker?" He goes, "Yeah, hear me out. I've been watching those cooking shows, and I realized I could just make sandwiches at home, sell them for $5 each, and make bank." Jake says, "David, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard." David shakes his head like we're the idiots. No, you're not seeing the vision. The cafeteria food is garbage. People would pay for something that doesn't taste like cardboard and regret. He had a point about the cafeteria food, but also, this was David, the same kid who once tried to microwave a fork because he thought it would heat up faster. We all told him it was a terrible idea. He ignored us and left the table looking like a man on a mission. The next day, David actually did it. He showed up with a cooler full of sandwiches, turned his locker into a whole menu board with prices written on notebook paper, and started taking orders like he was running a food truck. And kids were actually buying them. Not because they looked good, but because the cafeteria genuinely serves food that could double as construction material. David made like $40 in 2 days. He wouldn't shut up about being an entrepreneur. Kept saying things like, "I'm basically the next Gordon Ramsay," and "I might franchise this." Then came day 3. I walked past his locker and there was a crowd of people, but not the good kind. The kind of crowd that forms when something's gone horribly wrong. Apparently someone bought a sandwich and got food poisoning because David didn't know you're supposed to refrigerate mayo. 3 kids were in the nurse's office. One of them threw up in the hallway. A teacher came over asking what was going on, saw the whole operation, the cooler, the menu board, the cash box, and David tried to play it off like he was just sharing lunch with friends. The teacher goes, "You're selling food out of your locker?" David, sweating, goes, "Sharing. I'm sharing. For donations." "David, there's a price list." They called his parents. They called the principal. The school nurse had to get involved because of the food safety violation. David got 2 weeks of detention and had to deep clean his locker with bleach while a janitor supervised. But the best part? His mom made him write apology letters to every kid who bought a sandwich.